Hello and welcome to Sigil of the Magi. This game has just been released on Steam and I would highly recommend you check it out through the link in the description. This is a deck building, turn-based tactical strategy kind of game, and you can customize your deck as you progress. This video is kindly sponsored by Iterative Collective, and there are so many different possibilities in this game. Now, let me just show you very quickly. We're going to take a look at the various factions that you can play as. There are 3 different factions, but you can also create a custom, well, basically a custom faction of your very own out of the classes that you want to use in your specific run. So, for example, you can play with the Swordmaster, you can play with the Archer, and you can play with the Rogue, or you can play with the Witch, the Wizard, and the Priestess. You can play with any combination of things. I think this is really quite fantastic. Obviously, as I said before, it is a roguelike as well, and that means there's going to be a lot of replayability here. Now, I'm actually thinking we're just going to play as the Royal Vanguard for the moment, because this is kind of the faction that shows you the best possible, shall we say, beginner sort of thing. It's got a good introduction to the whole game. Anyway, we're going to pick a relic and start with 0 gold. That sounds like a pretty good idea. So obviously there are relics, and these relics will dramatically change how your characters are going to act. So we're going to see exactly what happens with that. And otherwise, let's see. You get to see the exact card order of the cards in your draw pile, discard pile, and burn pile. Okay. When you have 0 cards in hand, a random champion gains 1 power. That seems fantastic, actually. Yes. I will take this. Thank you very much. That seems very, very good. So that means that what I'm going to try to do now is I'm going to try and synergize my deck very specifically to try and have as few cards in my hand as possible. That means taking cards that are 0 cost, or taking things that will allow me to discard other cards. Now, this is obviously super fantastic because that means that we're going to have a much greater chance of being able to customize synergistically, and this is where we begin. So, you can obviously decide which way you want to go, of course, on the map, and then you're going to be going into a small little grid-like area, and these all have specific things that you're going to have to worry about. For example, the puddle here. So you can see here, if someone stands on this puddle, it inflicts a vulnerable on any unit standing next to it. There's a rock here, which is just an obstacle. But there are a bunch of other, affixes that you're going to have to be a bit careful of, and, well, let's just hope that we're going to be able to do a pretty decent job here against these bandits. They are apparently bandits. Anyway, the Archer has a very specific trait where she gains base damage from standing still. As you can see, if the Archer has not moved during her turn, you can increase your base damage by 50%. The Knight, obviously, very much to do with, protecting himself. So as you see here, at the end of the player's turn, the Knight gains 2 armor for each adjacent occupied tile. In other words, if you're surrounded by a bunch of people, including your allies, you're going to be gaining a huge amount of armor, which is fantastic. And then the Wizard gives +1 power to any adjacent ally if the Wizard is adjacent to 2 allies, +1 power to self. And so that's exactly what's happening right here. So it's actually pretty good. So now let's start. This is turn 1. We should be pretty fine here. I'm actually going to just go for... we'll just go and... I can't actually shoot. I am livid. I am livid as a result of this now, because my Archer now has to move, technically, if we want her to do something, which is very sad, because otherwise I would have been able to deal some pretty considerable damage there, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so we're just going to move here with the Wizard as well. Just going to give the Archer mage armor, just in case, because here's the thing. If you have someone like this, yep, as I thought, he was just waiting, he was just waiting for that opportunity to attack us. Okay, so we're just going to do this, then a nice little slash to eliminate this fellow. As is the case in a lot of turn-based games, it is highly recommended to kill your opponent as soon as possible. And I'm talking about literally just trying to kill. I mean, obviously it sounds blatant that I say that, because obviously you're trying to kill your opponent. That's the aim of the game. But what you have to remember is if you can eliminate a particular target before they can attack you, or before they can do any damage to you, you will gain so much additional opportunity to deal damage, and you're going to be much better off. So yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to move the archer here. Really didn't want to have to do that, but we kind of have to, and I think we're going to be able to kill this guy. We can't kill him just yet, but we can use provocation to taunt him so that he is going to attack only the knight, and of course the knight has 8 armor, so this guy's going to deal basically 0 damage to us, as you can see right there, and then we can just finish off with a wonderful slash. So there's the basics of the game so far. You're not really going to have to worry too much about the first initial battles, but things are going to get a lot tougher when enemies start gaining certain abilities, and these abilities will dramatically change how you approach each situation. And then of course, after every single time we do a battle, you're going to get the opportunity to choose a new card. And now every single time you do this, you can pick a card for each class. So obviously they are color coded basically. So obviously, as you could tell right here, the blade is obviously the knight, the green one is obviously the archer, and the blue is of course the wizard. So let's have a look. +2 power, gains 7 armor at the end of turn if archer did not move, and then you gain a debuff of -2 power. I'm not sure. Deal 8 damage. If this card gets burnt, create an identical copy in the draw pile with +2 damage. That's actually really, really powerful as well. Remove target's armor and deal 9 damage. I think I'm going to go for that. I think that sounds pretty powerful. If we can remove armor from an opponent that has a significant amount of it, I think we'll be in a really good position. Now, obviously, there are going to be merchants all throughout the game, and you can potentially go to them. Unfortunately, we started with 0 gold because I decided to take that particular thing to get a relic. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue, but it's fine because we can go over to this chest now and we can hopefully pick up something fantastic. Cards that cost 0 mana have +3 power. That is exceptional. Now that means that I have to try to pick something just that much more. For example, as you can see here, look at this. Provocation now gains me 7 armor instead of 4, I think it gave me before. So that's actually pretty cool. Anyway, just going to place my people around here. And there is also a card rack. Now, this card rack, you can place particular cards on here if you want to. And this is going to save that particular card for the next turn. And there are entire mechanics surrounding the card rack. So sometimes when you put a card in the rack, it's going to gain some kind of benefit if you have a relic that has anything to do with it. So it's really, really useful to take note of those things. Now, this guy is a bandit cleric, so he's going to heal, right? He's going to heal almost all the time. So what we're going to have to do is I'm just going to actually move my archer over here, move the wizard over here. These are all obstacles. So most people are going to come this way, I'm going to assume, and they're going to try to attack my knight. So hopefully that's going to be the case. I'm actually not in range of anyone right now, so I'm just going to end the turn and let them come to me. That's going to be the strategy here, hopefully at least. Now the brawler in the back there, he has a buff called Relentless, and that allows him to consistently power himself up, which I am now a bit irritated by, but I can't really do much about it, obviously. So we're just going to have to wait for him and we'll see what happens. Okay, so, yeah, this is a bit of a problem as well. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna have to do this. I'm gonna put Siphon over here, and we're gonna put Far Shot over here as well, so that both of those things are on the rack there. And then we can hopefully do a little bit more next turn. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. So we've got Siphon and we've got Far Shot. Can I use Far Shot? Yes, I can, but not. Not to any of these guys. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. I can use this though. So I will use Shoot, I suppose. And that's gonna, oh yeah. Yeah, actually I should have used this because this removes his armor. That would have been much more effective in actual fact. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so there we go. We got this, and then we can actually eliminate him. There you go. So now this is what I was talking about before. When you can eliminate one enemy, that really makes every single bit of difference, because that enemy is no longer able to deal damage to you. That is a significant benefit. Now, if I can just make sure that I survive here, we should be pretty good. Okay, we can actually shoot once again. Can I actually... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that, unfortunately, no. Oh, that is so sad. Yeah, I don't really want to move my archer, but I kind of want to use this, but at the same time, I really don't want to move her because she's going to lose a lot of her damage from that. So that's going to be somewhat sad, isn't it? Okay. Okay, they don't have any armor. Okay, they don't have any armor. We've got, whoa, we've got a lot of attacks right here. We can actually make this work really, really nicely. If we can kill this guy, I think we'll be in a good position. I'm just going to use Siphon here, even though I didn't really want to, but we will. This cleric is not really going to be able to do much, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to do a lot of damage. The brute is... the brute has shown himself in my previous runs to actually be quite strong, so we might have a bit of an issue with him. But I think we need to... Oh no, that's the problem here now, isn't it? Yes, that is a significant issue. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this, and we're just going to focus on the cleric. And we're just going to have to deal with it. Move the wizard down here. Going to have to defend a little bit as well. Dexterity is not really going to help me right now, so I'm just going to leave it. And now my knight will hopefully be able to absorb all the damage. Yes, indeed, he is able to. Of course, the cleric is also going to be able to heal things, which is really making a big, big difference to the longevity of the brute. But I'm just thinking that maybe we should just continually focus on the cleric here, because if we can focus on the cleric, he's not going to be able to heal any further. The brute seems to be pretty tough to take down generally, and so if we can eliminate the cleric first, that's maybe going to be a better idea. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we might not... Okay, you know, we might actually just want to go for it here. We might want to just kill the brute, because he doesn't have any armor right now. It might make sense. So let's go for far shot here. We're going to have to move her a bit closer to get into range to do a regular shoot. And we're going to take some damage from the brute here. Whoa. Yeah, it's because he pushed us into the obstacle. So there are, of course, going to be certain environmental things that will affect you. So you have to be a bit careful about that. I'm going to use Siphon here. This is insane, by the way. This particular ability has just completely nullified this guy's armor and his defenses. And you can see here, boom, look at that. He's now down to 1 HP, and he's pretty much dead. He's pretty much dead, look at that. And that is all thanks to me taking Siphon in that previous reward round, which just says everything you need to know about the game, because that is exactly what you need to think of. You need to think of, okay, what kinds of enemies are we going to be fighting? Well, they're probably going to have some way to gain armor. So me having an ability that removes armor is going to make so much sense, and that's exactly the reason why I decided to take that instead of something else. And that has really proven itself to be extremely, extremely lucrative for us. So I am very much appreciating that. Anyway, let's see what he's actually going to do. We are taking some pretty significant damage here, unfortunately. I can't really do much about that, though, unfortunately. So let's have a look. I'm going to go down here, use the wizard staff multiple times. There we go. Take him down. And he's going to probably buff himself once again. Yep, he buffed himself. Can we get Siphon? Oh, we did not get Siphon, unfortunately. Oh, well, never mind. We're just going to have to burn through his armor here, which is really, really reducing the damage done. But he's not doing any damage to us anyway, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about that either. Yeah, so apart from that, there's a huge amount of replayability in this game as well. Obviously, as you might expect, everything is very much randomized. You're never going to be facing the same combination of enemies too many times in a row. And we are otherwise going to be completely fine once we just eliminate this fellow. This is obviously an elite fight, by the way, as well. I don't know whether you realize that, but yes, this is an elite fight. So we are going to be having some bigger issues than we would otherwise. And it's pretty early on in the run as well to be able to get one of these things. So let's have a look. What are we going to get? Create an obstacle that lasts 1 turn and grants 3 armor to all adjacent champions at the end of the turn. Or choose any 2 targets and swap their armor. That actually sounds super, super amazing. You know what? We're going to do armor swap. I think that sounds like a super funny one. Okay, so wooden fish. If 2 or fewer cards were played during your turn, gain 1 mana next turn. Storing cards does not count as playing. Aha! Very nice. Okay, gain 1 mana next turn. Okay, so that's interesting. And now we get through to a campfire, and this is obviously pretty fantastic too, so we can actually do a wonderful little group rest. Most of our people are back up to full HP. I'm actually not entirely sure what the training thing does. I have never done that, because I've always needed HP every single time we've gotten to one of these campfires. But we do have another campfire down to the south. But here's an event. The group spots a small lone figure sitting in the shadows. The figure looks up as it senses company. It's a haggard-looking man, gaunt and wild-eyed. Trembling, he gets up with great effort and cautiously approaches. "Travelers, please, hear a poor man out. I've been cursed. I will make it worth your while if you can share some of my burdens." Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna just gain a relic. I'm perfectly happy to have that. What do we gain? Whenever a champion inflicts a negative status effect upon a target, that champion gains 2 armor. Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure if I want that. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I want 150 gold instead. Yeah, we'll take the gold. The instant the man hands over his burden, he seems a different person at once. His sunken cheeks look fuller now, and color gradually returns to his face. He even appears to have grown taller. "Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea how much this means to me." He bids the champions farewell and departs with a spring in his step. What's done is done. Let's leave. All right, there we go. So now basically what I can do is we can either go down to the campfire and potentially train if we want to do that, or we can go forward. I think we'll probably go forward because I don't really want to fight another elite enemy if I can help it, even though you do get some wonderful rewards for it. I think it is quite dangerous. Speaking of dangerous, haha, yes, hello there. Alright, yeah, this is going to be interesting. So we are now having a situation where these brutes are insane. They are so incredibly strong. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I'm not sure how well this is going to go. Okay, well, we can shoot this guy. We can do 10 damage already to him. This fellow is not... he's not in range. We can move him over here, but this is not good. Him standing there is not good. Okay, I'm going to have to move closer to him just so that I can deal damage. Okay, there we go. Hopefully he's just going to straight up attack the knight. The brawlers, thankfully, always use their power-up ability on the first turn. That is the thing that we really have to be very thankful for, because them doing that really makes it so that we have a little bit more maneuverability. Alright, so we're gonna have to use far shot and shoot on both on this target by himself, which is really kind of irritating. You never really want to be using that. You always want to be able to kind of manipulate the opponent so that you can eliminate them in as few attacks as possible. So in other words, if I had gotten this guy to stand on the puddle, for example, that really would have made a huge difference. I'm actually thinking, can I do that somehow? Is there a way that I can actually make that happen? Yeah, I might be able to. If I move this guy down here and then provoke the brute to come down, that could potentially happen. Armor swap's not going to help. Gonna move down here. Wizard Staff. I'm going to have to use Siphon. And I'm going to save... I don't think the armor is going to help me, so I'm going to save one of the slashes just in case. Oh, wow. Okay, they're dealing some pretty significant damage to us right now. That is not really very nice, but alright. Well, there's not much I can do about that, so let's have a look. Okay, far shot. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this then. 6 damage only. Oh no. Okay, 9 damage on this guy. Okay, I'm gonna do it on this guy. Try to eliminate him, I suppose. We can use this. There we go. And dexterity is not really gonna help me right here. I think what we're gonna do actually is I'm gonna move my wizard over here, move the archer up there, use dexterity to tank the blow from the brute, hopefully. Or from the brawler, because because apparently the brawler also wants to do some damage to us. So yeah, that's funny. He has now moved on to the puddle though, which is actually fantastic, because that means that I will then be able to hopefully kill him this turn, which I think I will be able to. There you go. And now we can move the knight to stand in front of the brute, even though I'm actually thinking that maybe that's not a good idea, because the knight is very low in HP at the moment, and I think he could probably die quite fast. Yeah, I kind of need... I really need some kind of regeneration here. Anyway, this fellow is probably going to die here. We shouldn't have to worry about him too much, as you can see. Boom. He's dead. There you go. Whew. Okay, that was close. That was close. Okay, so let's have a look here. Deal 9 damage. If the target is killed, gain 1 mana and draw 1 card. That is fantastic. Gonna take that. There you go. And now we can go over to the campfire and we can rest. Training is upgrading a card in your deck. So there you go. You have a bit more of an idea as to what that actually is. Otherwise, we are going to be restoring ourselves here. As you can see, almost everyone is full HP with the exception of the knight, unfortunately. But that just means that we have to play maybe a little bit more defensively. So now we can go forward, and this is going to be our first boss. So here he is. Ironclaw. Ironclaw is his name. Okay, so let's see how we do. All right, so let's go something like this. I kind of, you know what, I kind of want to do something like this instead, because then what we can do is we can do defensive aura straight away, and then we can move the knight into one of these bushes, because the bushes actually grant you armor, so that's really, really useful. I'm thinking we'll go like so, and then we'll do a defensive aura right here. Can't shoot anyone, unfortunately. Not much I can do about that, and we can just do a little bit more defense, and there we have it. I'm wondering if Ironclaw will attack us straight away or whether he will just do Relentless. No, he didn't. But he is doing something else. He's going to use Debilitate next. And he's going to try and attack my archer by the looks of things, as you can see right here. If you mouse over people, it will show you the priority list for what kind of enemy he's going to attack. So in other words, he's going to attack my archer first, and then he's going to attack the knight after that. So we're going to have to do something about that. Okay, I'm going to have to do this. I really wish... I have dexterity actually right now, so this is really, really good. And we can also use magic armor here as well to protect my knight, just in case. And then we'll just do another one of these. This guy's got such an insane amount. Can I actually add this to my rack? I can. Okay, that's really, really good, actually. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so far we're absorbing all the attacks. This guy does massive damage. We're going to need to eliminate the ads now as well, which is indeed going to be a bit of a problem. He doesn't seem to be buffing himself with armor, which is actually kind of bad for us. Because if he had buffed himself with armor, we would be in a really good position right now. We're also having some problems with actually eliminating these guys in one hit. Because look at this. This guy's got 1 HP. That is so, so sad. I would have loved it if we could have, you know... actually eliminated him, because now we can... Now we're going to take some more damage in comparison to not. Okay, so wait a minute. What is he actually doing right here? Okay, so he's actually getting some kind of immunity going there. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, he's powering himself up quite a lot. Okay, so we're going to have to buff my knight here. Use wizard stuff to kill this guy. Let's get provocation... I actually don't know whether we even want to do provocation right now. I think that might not even be a good idea. Actually, it will be, because it's going to give me armor, so I'm just going to use that for the moment. It's going to taunt that brawler into attacking me as well, which is obviously going to be a pretty useful thing to do, because they're both going to continue attacking my knight. If we can just continue to eliminate and take out that brawler, I think we'll be in a much better situation. I really... my archer is always in a bad position by the looks of things. Okay, there we go. Right, that's probably all I can do. Maybe I can do this. Yeah, there we go, something like that. Kind of want to get them adjacent to the knight, because whenever you put a unit adjacent to the knight, you're going to be gaining armor with him, and obviously I want to make sure that he gains as much armor as possible to be able to defend. Let's move the archer over here, move the wizard over here. Far shot is not available right now. Can I move her anymore? No, I cannot move her anymore. Okay, is she... no, he's going to attack the knight in a second. So, let's do... Yeah, I did not want to have to move out there, but apparently we're going to have to do that. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, I can't do much else, actually. Can't do much else. Oh, sad. Okay, hopefully he's not going to do too much damage, but he is going to continuously power himself up. You've got to bear that in mind, so we have to be very, very careful with that. Let's give him magic armor, defense, move him back a little bit. And now who's he going to attack next? Yeah, he's leveling up once again. Okay, thankfully... Woo, okay, wait a minute. This is actually really, really good for us. Now we can just pelt him with arrows. Unfortunately, I had to move the archer once again. But we're doing free damage to him right now, which is actually fantastic. So let's actually just take this. Actually, I can't even do that, but that's fine. You know what? I could have actually used that junk card because it burns after use. So it's not actually necessary for me to, you know, remain in that place. We're going to just burn a little bit of our energy here. Not exactly something that I wanted to do, but we kind of needed to do it so that we could prevent ourselves from taking even more damage. Because as you can see, we're now fully defensed up. And we should be reducing our damage taken by quite a significant amount. He is taking less damage every single time, though. Because he's leveling up, as I said before. He's taking less damage from physical attacks. So, yeah, let's use dexterity here. And let's use defend. There we go. And bear in mind that in this game, enemies can only attack from the cardinal directions. In other words, they can only attack, in melee at least, from north, east, south, and west. Which is perfect, because that means that, obviously, as you can tell right here, I'm placing my wizard very strategically. I don't want him to actually get killed, although it may very well come down to the fact that we need him to stand in the way. That may very well have to happen, because as it stands right now, you can see exactly what's happening here. We're having some big problems. So I'm actually wondering what he's going to do. He wants to attack my wizard? He wants to attack my wizard, but next he's going to attack my knight. So I'm going to buff him with some armor. And no, he didn't actually attack anyone. That's absolutely fantastic. So let's actually move the archer away from here. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to actually do the regular shoot as well, but yeah, that didn't work out so well, did it? Okay, so let's move. Actually, you know what? Do I need to move anywhere? I don't think I really need to move anywhere. I think I can probably just do... I can do a save. I can save that. And then we can do a defend. That seems like the best possible solution for us. If he attacks the wizard, then that's absolutely fine. Oh, he's attacking the archer. He's going after the archer. That's fine, though. That is absolutely fine. Don't worry about me. We should be okay. Just going to do dexterity once again. Then we've got the ability to use slash here as well, potentially. There we go. Only doing 2 damage now. Yeah, that's really bad. That is really, really bad. He's going to go after... Yeah, he's going to go after the wizard? Really? Oh, okay. That's interesting. I never would have expected him to do that, that's for sure. Okay. Well, the wizard's going to move back here. Going to stand in front of him, do some damage. Going to move here, use the defensive aura, buff ourselves with some armor, because this guy can basically get to us anywhere he wants. Whoa, he's doing so much damage now. We need to continually do magical damage to him because he has so much armor, or defenses in some way. So yeah, boom. Melee damage was just doing nothing to him, so I had to focus so heavily on ranged attacks. That is the thing that we really wanted to focus on there. Anyway, now we get an upgraded card. And you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. These cards are so insane. Look at this. Deal 10 damage. If target loses HP, inflict 2 bleed. If target already has bleed, inflict another 2 bleed. Can you imagine? That's actually incredible. Because there are some relics actually that I really want to get that have the status effect that if you inflict some kind of debuff, then it will inflict another debuff of a different type. And I really want to get something like that. There's also here, so deal 10 damage and knock back target 1 tile. If the target has bleed, reduce stack by 1. Gain 1 mana and draw 1 card. That could be extremely useful. For me personally, the Armor of Thorns might actually be super good too, but this is a burn after use card. So in other words, it's gone for the remainder of the fight, which is not exactly what I'm looking for right here. So I'm thinking we're going to go for slice and dice. I think that seems good. And now we get a bonus. So now we get the opportunity to choose and change how everything works. So in other words, if we're using our card rack a huge amount, we'll choose the red gem. If we want more card draw, we will choose the blue gem. And if we want mana every turn, then we'll choose the yellow. I'm choosing the yellow because that is just far and away the best for me. I want to be able to use more cards, and now we're going to be on the next level. Now we can continue onward. I want to go to a merchant as soon as possible, so I'm going to take the central route, and now we get different enemies. Look at this, we get different enemies, and we get different environmental obstacles as well. So for example, we have the poison mushrooms right here, and that is going to inflict 2 poison on any unit that comes into contact. So that's obviously going to be a pretty big deal. All right. Otherwise, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make it so that we stand around about here, and hopefully this is going to go quite well. I don't know whether it will, to be honest, but yeah, hopefully we can actually make this work. So, the wizard is not in a particularly good position right now. I'm thinking we'll probably move the wizard over here, then attack. Yes, that seems pretty good. Okay, so let's do this. There we go. Let's go with that. Oh, they split. Aha. Okay, that's good to know. Yes, okay, well this is interesting. Okay, well I do 10 damage, so let's just do 10 damage to eliminate that. And this is 9 damage. Ugh. Ugh. That is not exactly what I wanted, is it? No, that is not exactly. Okay, let's just do this, and then there we go. Alright. I just wanted him to gain a little bit more armor, because he is going to be attacked in just a second, as you can see. And of course, as you saw, health is very important. Very, very important, and I'm actually really surprised that we were even able to survive that particular fight, but there you go. We managed it somehow, didn't we? Okay, so defensive aura is going to be kind of useful here. Defend, dexterity, and then we'll just do a slash, even though this doesn't really do much against the flying unit, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, he's going to continue throwing knives at me right now. We need to eliminate that slime, but the slime just stepped on some poison, I think, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about it, potentially. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just shoot. Let's go shoot. Shoot. Many, many shoots. Thank you very much. Ah, really? 7 damage? Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll just eliminate that guy. And... yeah, yeah, that's sad. That is very sad. Oh, every single time an enemy lives with 1 HP, I just think to myself, I probably could have done that better, couldn't I? Yes, there's probably something I could have done better. Anyway, let's move this guy down here, eliminate this to get the down and out, and that draws me a card and gets me more mana as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's give some magical armor here too, and I can play the junk, can't I? Does nothing, burn after use. It's a hindrance card. Well, I can just put it on the rack and that's it. Don't really need to worry about it. And yeah, he's of course wanting to attack the mage now. Of course you are, you absolute imbecile. Get out of here. You are not welcome here any longer, sir. Okay, let me actually just get him out of... Oh no, okay, that's actually bad. I moved my archer into a terrible, terrible position. Oh well, never mind. Hopefully he's not going to go after her, even though we are buffing ourselves quite a bit. He's going to attack the wizard again, I assume. Yeah, of course he is. What an absolute... Oh, he's such a scoundrel, isn't he? Such a scoundrel. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, so we're getting some other things here. Ooh, wait a minute. Kindle sounds really good, but how many cards are you going to burn during combat? It very much depends on your synergy, of course. What's this? Gains 7 armor at the end of turn if the archer did not move. Could be useful. Could be useful. Yeah, why not? We'll try it. Let's go forward, and now we have 568 gold to spend, and I'm going to be getting a huge amount of relics. That's what I'm going to be getting. I'm going to be getting a huge amount of relics. I really want that. Whenever you have 0 cards in hand, draw 1 card. Could be useful. For every 3 cards played on a single champion, said champion gains 1 power. That could be useful as well. Let's buy both of these. I have 166 gold remaining. I could remove some cards. I think I might actually want to do that because there are some things that I just don't really want to use that much of. For example, the junk card. I'm going to remove that, of course. That is just, well, it's junk. So, of course, it's not good to keep. I actually want to get Slice and Dice, another one of these. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy another one of those, and then we can continue onward to this event. As the group ventures deeper into the cave, they come upon a troll blocking the only way forward through a tunnel passage. The troll steps forward, chest puffed, a massive club in hand. Stop. Pay the toll or face the club. Unfortunately, fighting the troll here would likely cause the tunnel to collapse upon itself. It seems the only option is to pay the toll. So we have to pay 30 gold. Or we can pay with a card. Permanently remove card from deck. Ooh, that seems fun. Okay, so wait a second. Let's actually have a look-see here. Because we can actually get rid of something that we really don't want. So what about... I think armor swap is really, really useful, right? What about provocation? Provocation's really good though as well. I'm thinking slash. Let's remove slash, because we've got a bunch of melee attacks. Good, you may pass. The troll steps aside, allowing the group to pass. And there you go. Easy. That was nice and easy, wasn't it? And now we can have a nice little group rest, and that's going to give ourselves all wonderful little bits of HP. And now, I'm not going to go to the elite, in my opinion. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way. Fight a regular fight, get the treasure, fight an elite, then go into the event, and then go into the campfire. I think that seems like a pretty decent idea. I think that seems like a better idea than the other things. Oh no, now we have fanatics. If this unit gets healed when it already has HP, or full HP, gain 1 power. That's going to be extremely powerful. Oh dear. What's this? Ring of Immunity, grant 2 armor, and 1 immunity to any unit occupying this tile. Yeah, that's going to be extremely, extremely useful to try to maintain our presence there. I'm actually going to do something like this. There we go. And then we're just going to be attacking right away, straight over there. And then we're going to be using Stand Firm on the archer. And we can also use Defensive Aura if we wanted to, but I'm just going to use Defend. And Defensive Aura... Yeah, I'm just going to keep Mage Armor, just in case. But I think we should be fine with 11 and 10, respectively, hopefully. This guy's going to get poisoned. Isn't he going to get poisoned? Surely he should get poisoned. He's standing there. Yeah, there we go. He's standing there. Okay, so that's great. And let's see. What else can we do here? I was hoping that my archer would get some more ranged attacks, but unfortunately we're not. So we're going to have to deal with it in another way. So Wizard Staff. Yeah, we're going to have to move like there. And then do down and out. We're going to gain some mana and a card. Oh, nice. Shoot. Boom. There we go. Another little bit of damage being done. We've also got Dexterity. Super, super useful. And Magic Armor is going to be used on the Knight as well. What is this guy actually going to do, by the way? The Fanatic. This doesn't seem to be really moving. Ah, okay. So he does do some damage right there. Okay. So we want Provocation. Slice and Dice is amazing. I kind of... Oh. Yeah. Okay. Why did he move on to the poison? Did you see that? Why did he move on to the poison to do that? Okay, well that's kind of weird. Anyway, let's just inflict massive amounts of bleed on this guy, and then we're going to move over here. And then the archer, well, the archer can't really move back. That's the main problem here. If we move back, then they're going to be able to get onto the Rune of Immunity, which is exactly what we don't want. However, I feel like I need to do some damage to that other Fanatic here. Because if I don't do that, that's going to be, well, they're going to continue healing, aren't they? Yeah, they heal every single turn, so that's obviously a bit of a problem, isn't it? Okay. Right, well, we don't have much available here. This is bad. Yeah, this is very, very bad, actually. Yeah, I have no attacks for my own, for my Knight here, which is not great. Okay, we're just going to have to attack the Fanatic here. Move down. And do Stand Firm, I suppose. Move back here. There we go. That is going to have to be it. Has he still got that debuff, by the way? Yeah, he still has the debuff. Yeah, as you can see. So bleeding, whenever an enemy bleeds, whenever they move, they take significant damage. So that is exactly the reason why he's at 5 HP now instead of being at, well, what was he at? 18 or something like that? So yeah, that was really, really effective. Otherwise, I'm actually going to go and attack here. We're going to get another card. Wizard Staff. Eliminate this guy. Super nice and easy. Run away from this. I could use Fast Shot. I kind of wanted to do another 2 shots, but I moved too far. You see? That's exactly what happens to me all the time. Anyway, we can actually just save these cards anyway. We don't really have to worry about it too much. And then, yeah, well, this guy's going to just step onto the immunity, but that's absolutely fine as well. We're not going to have too many issues. Slice and Dice is going to come in handy right here. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to run away. Yeah, I'm just going to run away. Oh, actually, it's immune to bleed, isn't it? I think it's immune to bleed. Yeah, it is immune to bleed, but that's okay because we are now done. There we are. And there's a bomb. Yeah. So these fanatics or cultist initiates or whatever they are, they leave bombs when they die. So, yes, that's very fun. Anyway, Exertion. Gain 9 armor, create a wound in the hand, deal 6 damage and draw 1 card. Yeah, I'm going to go for Quick Shot. Quick Shot is absolutely fantastic with our current relic setup. That's going to be extremely, extremely useful for us. So yeah, otherwise, Amulet of Protection. For every 2 cards played on a single champion in a turn, said champion gains 3 armor. That is such a significant boon for us right now. Unfortunately, I now have to do an elite fight when I haven't really been doing very well in terms of our HP. This is going to be very, very bad for us, but we can only try our best, can't we? So, let's see, what can we do? Well, a Quick Shot right away. Siphon. Yeah, I guess I can just siphon that guy a little bit. And then we'll just use Dexterity here. I can't do anything else, so I'm just going to be saving these cards on the rack. These guys are not going to be buffing themselves with any armor, so me, you know, having armor swap at the moment is just absolutely pointless. But this guy is stepping on the poison, which is absolutely fine with me. Thank you very much for stepping on the poison, sir. And then we can actually move him away. Can do a little bit of a shot over there. And then we can actually do, yeah, down and out on this guy. Draw a card, another shot. Draw, well, not draw another card, but we can kill that guy. And then we can hopefully do Stand Firm. And then I think we're pretty good, actually. I think we're doing pretty nicely. We seem to be fighting rather well as a cohesive unit. And I'm pretty happy with it so far. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, we're going to need to do this. Oh, dear. Okay, I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, so we're just going to have to do Slice and Dice. Slice and Dice. And then I'm going to have to run away. Just going to have to run away so that he repositions himself. This wizard needs to stand here. Thank you very much. Okay. So, yeah, now he's on the poison. So that's absolutely fantastic. That's really, really good. Hopefully... Okay, yeah, we're going to... Oh, no. Oh, what? He summoned some more people? Oh, no, that's terrible. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Nice little fast shot there. I'm gonna run away. Run away. And I can't actually run from here. Oh dear. Oh, are you serious? Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Oh no. I'm stuck over here. This is terrible. Okay. I guess we're just gonna have to run that way then instead. Basically what I want to do is I want to force this guy to continue. Oh. Okay, I think we're dead. I think we are absolutely dead. There is not much I can... I basically just jinxed myself. Because I said, oh yeah, we're fighting as a really, really great cohesive unit here. We're doing wonderfully. And, yeah. Well, that didn't last long, did it? No, that didn't last very long at all. Isn't that wonderful? There you go. Anyway... That's it for our run with this particular faction, but I am wanting to try out some of the others. So what do you say we try out the Thieves Guild? I think the Thieves Guild sounds pretty fun. I'm just going to eliminate that fellow just to try to last as long as possible. I think I do get extra experience for my overall faction when we kill things and eliminate enemies, or at least I hope so. Wow, he summons 2 of these things every couple of turns. That's actually so incredibly powerful. Anyway, I'm just going to end the enemy, end the turn so that the enemy can kill me. And there we have it. All right, and then it obviously gives you a nice little rundown of what what kinds of builds your people had, and what relics you had as well, so that you can kind of make a mental note of it. And now look at this, new champions unlocked. Look at that, wonderful. So now we have the ability to actually do the Guild of Shadows. Yes, so we can actually play as them now, and we can take a look at their stuff. They are all about inflicting poison and pulling people to you and displacement and all that wonderful stuff. So I'm actually very much wanting to play as them. And now let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Remove 2 cards from your deck. A random champion receives 50% damage. That's not particularly good. Let's pick a card and actually see what we can do here. Deal 13 damage, inflict weak. If the target is adjacent to at least 2 damage, 2 champions even, increase damage by 50%. Whoa. That seems super, super strong. Gonna take it. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about how it's gonna work, because I'm not entirely sure how effective it's gonna be. But if they can be adjacent to all of our people at once, then this is going to deal massive damage. So let's try it out. So we're just going to be really aggressive against these guys. I actually really like the Guild of Shadows Spellcaster. I think the Spellcaster is super, super fun to play. And we're just going to give ourselves protection spells and so on and so forth. There we go. And we should be pretty good. I mean, this Venom does a lot of damage every single turn. And that's just going to make everything so much easier for us. There we go. That guy's going to die soon. We can stab this guy. I'm not going to do that. Actually, I'm going to move like this. Cut this guy for 10 damage. Move this fellow over here. Stab him. Stabby stab. Stabby stab. That's what we like to see. This guy's going to die from poison in the next turn. At the end of his turn, that is. There you go. He's dead. And now we can just do a nice little cut there, super nice and simple. And then we can get this fellow over here, do a nice little damage little buff there. Unfortunately, hem in is something that I can't use right now, unfortunately. It would have been absolutely wonderful if we could have, but, it costs 2 mana or 2 energy at the moment, and that is really, really harsh. Really, really harsh for such a early game spell or early game ability. So yeah, but as you can see, we do so much more damage with the Guild of Shadows in comparison to the previous characters, just because they are much more melee focused. And I think I might like this playstyle just that much more. And that's exactly what I was talking about. In the early stages of this video, I was basically saying the amount of replayability that you're going to get by having all of these different cards available to you, and the play styles differ so dramatically, because you can see here, look at this. Discard 1 card. There's a lot of discard mechanics with this particular faction. So for example, in Shrouding Mist, grant 2 armor to all champions if this card gets discarded. So in other words, if you are playing a discard deck, then you can get all kinds of crazy stuff happening. Deal 7 damage, double the damage if this is the last card in your hand. That's insane. So let's actually take that. I think that sounds pretty fun. We have 174 gold at the merchant. I don't have enough for any of the relics, which really, that grinds my gears. However, look at this. Corruption. It doubles the target's poison. Oh, that sounds so incredibly fun. However, I'm going to take Barbed Bolt here because I really love Inflicting Bleed. As I've said before, I think Inflicting Bleed is super, super useful. So I'm actually going to be doing that. Buying that. And we're going to be removing a card as well. I'm going to remove, I think, probably Cut. I actually don't really like Safeguard that much. I know that that's a travesty because it is my 1 defensive card. Actually, well, my 1 of 3 defensive cards, but I actually don't like it that much, so I'm going to get rid of it for the moment. It's probably a stupid maneuver, but I'm going to try it out and see whether maybe we can do okay. Anyway, we're going to go into an event here. A stout figure approaches from afar, draped in fur, his face almost entirely enveloped by a thick, wiry beard. The old man exudes a calm yet powerful aura. A shaman? Greetings, travelers. Could I interest you in some services? Okay, so yeah, we can actually upgrade a card here. I will upgrade my poison card, I think. I think that seems pretty fun. What does this do? It deals 8 damage. That could be useful. 8 damage from range? Huh. Triple the damage. Oh. Okay, so we have a decision to make right here. Either we triple the damage of this card, which is insane. That would do 21 damage if it's the last card in your hand, but that's obviously very much dependent on a number of factors, so I'm not sure whether that's a really good idea. So maybe we just want to go for Venom. That's going to inflict 8 poison. That's what I wanted to do initially, so maybe I should just listen to my instincts, potentially. I don't know whether they're any good. Anyway, good choice. There is the barest hint of a smile beneath the old man's massive beard. He turns and walks away without another word. And we can now go into the campfire here, and we actually have a little bit of damage taken right there as well. So I'm not sure whether we want to do an individual heal. I don't think we do. I think we're actually just going to be upgrading yet another card in our hand. And I think what I'm going to do is I will upgrade Barbed Bolt. That does a little bit more damage. So let's upgrade that. That could spell, you know, success at the best of times, because you just imagine how many times we have been in a situation and an enemy has survived with 1 HP, you know what I mean? It really makes a huge difference. Anyway, let's just move this guy ahead here, move this guy, just go. We're going to be really aggressive with this particular deck. And look at this. Look at how much damage we're able to do almost immediately right here. And we can also do Witch Staff right now. And we can also do Barbed Bolt. Boom. Look at that. Oh, we're actually doing surprisingly good damage straight away. This is an elite fight as well. Bear that in mind. An elite fight that we should be intimidated by. But I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. I'm not feeling particularly... particularly bad about it. So let's actually go somewhere like here. We're going to do slash and slide. We're going to do stab. Oh, I really wish I had more. I want more energy. I want more energy so badly. I want one of those yellow gems so that I have 4 energy. Because this faction is so incredibly fun to play. This is much more my thing. I love damage over time effects. And they just look cool as well. So that obviously makes a big difference. Anyway, let's actually just go along here. I don't really want to do that. I guess I will just use this. I kind of want to... Oh, I want to kill this guy. Can I actually kill him somehow? 13 damage. Okay, there we go. Hem in. Boom. Take him down. So now we only have to deal with 1 enemy. He's going to be dealing some pretty good damage to us right now, but my Venom is hopefully going to help us out there. We can pull him towards us if we want to. Maybe we want to do that. Maybe we don't. I think we'll probably be fine. We can do slash and slide here as well. And I'm just going to move over here with my wizard. Don't really want him to be on the front lines, do we? He's going to continue trying to deal damage to me. But look at the amount of damage that he's taking. The amount of damage he's taking from our poison is incredible. Barbed Bolt we can use from range. Then we can actually use hook and cut, and we can hook him in. And then we can do massive damage. Yes, there we go. Just going to move my wizard a little bit closer because he may, in fact... Oh, okay, I'm actually really surprised that he didn't go for my wizard or didn't go for my lower health person there, but there you go. Anyway, if champion has less than 5 thorns, gain 2 thorns at the start of the turn. That's actually really, really powerful too. Okay, so Twin Flow, deal 5 damage twice to any target. That could be really useful as well. However, look at this. Bane Plus, deal 9 damage. If the target has poison, reduce stack by 1, gain 1 mana, and draw 1 card. I think that sounds absolutely insane, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Boom. There we are. So we're taking more of like a poison-based build right now, which I'm very much in favor of. Cards that cost 0 mana have +3 power. That's what we got in our previous run, and I felt like it was actually really good. I just didn't have an overwhelming opportunity to use it that much, unfortunately. We're going to move forward to the regular attack here. Not sure how we're going to handle this normal battle here. I am in very big trouble, I think. I think what we're going to do is we're actually just going to gang up on this one in the corner here, and then we're literally just going to try to maximize how many enemies we can kind of bottleneck into our area. I think that's pretty much all I can really do. There's not much more I can hope for, to be honest. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to have to move like so. Stabby stab. Nice little cut. And then eliminate. Boom. Nice and easy. Look at that. That was so nice and fast. And now we can literally just... I'm just going to basically stay here. I think I'm just going to stay here. And we're going to see what happens. Because we're going to force them to move to us. Their movement speed is going to be really low, as you can see. So we're not going to have too many issues. I'm actually going to be... Oh, wow. Really wish I was a bit closer, unfortunately. I'm not that close right now. Okay, so we're going to have to do this. Stabby stab. Yeah, I don't want to inflict poison to this. I want to inflict poison on this guy. So I'm actually going to move here. Inflict poison on him. And we're going to be able to gain... Can I actually... Oh, no. Okay, wait a minute. I can actually kill this with 13 damage. I mean, I should probably do that, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should probably do that because then we're not going to take damage from it. And I'm thinking I'm going to go here... And then move here. I think I might be a bit too aggressive here, but we are forcing the dog to go around the side. Oh, yeah, they're all attacking my lower health guy, which is obviously to be expected. That is exactly what I expected them to do, but 18 damage from Barbed Bolt. 18 damage. Yes. Boom. There we go. You are done. Thank you very much. I love that. Okay. Wow, I didn't expect that, that's for sure. Okay, so we got Hem in available as well, and we also got Hook and Cut. So what I can do is I can do Hook and Cut over here. That's going to do a little bit of damage to the dog. We might be able to take it down. There we go. And now we have no more energy. But this guy is poisoned. How much poison does he have? 7. That's kind of unfortunate, but hopefully he's not going to pursue my character down here. Oh, he is, but he's dead. There you go. Fantastic. Whew. Okay, that was kind of harsh. Anyway, let's have a look here. Pursue. What's this? Pick a card from the discard pile. Okay, yeah. These are all discard mechanics, as you can see right here. Can I skip? I think I can actually skip without adding a card because I'm not really looking for discard mechanics right now. So, yeah, there you go. You can actually skip. So that's really nice to know as well. Anyway, what I'm actually going to do is I will do an individual heal, and I will just heal this guy because he needs all the he needs the HP more than anyone else. And then we're going to go into the boss battle. Okay, so this is Ironclaw again. It is not going to be the same boss every single time, by the way. It is randomized because obviously the replayability is very much a high factor here. All right, so we know what we need to do, right? We need to be hyper aggressive against these guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to kill the brawlers super fast. And we are going to be applying poison every single time to Ironclaw. That's what we need to do. So I'm going to move over here. I can do damage almost instantly, but I can't because we are not in possession of any cards for my rogue. So that's very sad, isn't it? That's very sad. Oh no. Okay, so let's actually just go along here. I'm just going to try to do as much damage to him as possible. What about Hem in? Can I do that? Yeah. Yeah. To at least... do I want to do that, or do I want to do the protection spell and the witch staff? I mean, 6 damage, is that really going to make that much difference? Probably not, right? But protecting him is probably going to make a bit more sense. Let's see what happens at least. Okay, they're obviously going to cast Relentless. We know that. We know that they always cast Relentless, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about this. At least, hopefully. Okay. Hook and Cut. Yeah, we're going to need to focus on these other guys. Yeah, we can't really do that, though. Okay, we're going to have to just do Stab. There we go. That's all I can really do. If we can just continue focusing on him, though, we're probably going to be pretty fine. But, I mean, they're going to take damage from our thorns as well in the meantime, which is really powerful. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted. Okay, so we're going to inflict poison here. Going to use Bane. And now we got poison again. Are you serious? Oh, that's insanity. That is absolute insanity. Okay. So now what we can do is we can actually... do I want to do this? He's going to continually get murdered, isn't he? I'm going to have to move him back. Move him over here. Cast this. Boom. Yeah, this is pretty harsh. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm trying to put my wizard into a position where he's going to be the one taking damage, because I really don't want my bounty hunter to die. So that's going to be a bit interesting, isn't it? Oh dear. Okay. Well, this guy's going to die in just a second from poison, I believe. And if he doesn't, well, you know, that's just how it is. Otherwise, we could do hem in. That's going to do 13 damage. And then I could potentially eliminate him. Slash and slide is also available, but yeah, we need to do more damage to this fellow, don't we? 19 damage to this guy. That's actually really, really good. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then we'll just do 7 damage to him. And then we're just going to move down here. This guy's going to die. Yep, he's dead. This guy will eventually... they killed my bounty hunter. Okay, that's really, really bad, because my bounty hunter actually had some of the best spells for us. So now we're in a bit of a bad situation, but I can only cross my fingers and hope that I will just continually get Venom now. All I want to do is get Venom over and over again. There's Venom. And Bane is also available, so we've got a wonderful synergy between our two characters right here. And we also have the opportunity to cast armor on ourselves. There we go. And this guy's got 7 stacks of Venom right now. He's got 9 stacks of Venom, actually. And if we can do this... There we go. I think we'll probably be okay. I'm not entirely sure what happens if you have a dead character and you continually move on. I don't know what happens there, but... Well, I guess we'll find out. 19 damage from that. That was really, really good. He's going to die from the poison after... Oh, no, actually, did he just purge his poison? I think he purged his poison, actually, which is hilarious. Didn't realize that he could actually do that, but there you go. Okay, so I'm hopeful that my fellow will actually be revived. Hopefully he'll be revived or something like that. Anyway, let's have a look. What else do we have here? Pursuit, deal 10 damage. I think I'll go for Twin Flow. I think that sounds like a fun idea, and we'll go for +1 mana every single turn. I think that is just far and away the best one. And yes, you do get full HP with every single one of your characters when you go on to the next level, so that's really quite fantastic. Anyway, what I actually want to do right now, I'm going to abandon this run for the moment, because what I want to show you is I just want to literally go over to the customized decks. Oh, we actually unlocked a bunch of stuff, by the way, as you can see right there. That's pretty fun. I like that. So yeah, Unbridled, Ravage, and Primed. Gain 1 critical, 1 power, and debuff -1 power. Okay, so that's actually really, really fantastic, both of these. Actually, all of these. Oh, and we look at that, we unlocked new people too. Great. That's very cool. Yeah, anyway, so obviously the custom selection right here, you have 27 different possibilities. So you can literally take, for example, let's say that personally, I actually really loved playing as the God of Shadows. I think they are super, super fun. I think their deck is great. If you maybe are a person that likes discard mechanics as well, you could probably customize your deck to maybe make something happen there. But from my perspective, obviously, I'm not really very good with discard mechanics. The Far East is the last faction, by the way. They are pretty difficult, in my opinion. I feel like they seem like a pretty difficult faction to play as. However, the Swordmaster seems super, super fun, because as you can see, his passive right here is +1 movement range. Whenever the Swordmaster changes position, increases base damage by 50% for the next attack. In other words, you want to be moving around almost all the time with this thing. And you also have the Monk, which has Reversey. At the start of the turn, create a Reversey card in your hand, which it's a 0 mana card, and it means that you can swap position with an adjacent unit. So, in other words, the Monk is the king of positioning. And so, in other words, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to basically put enemies into really, really bad positions, and then you're going to be able to take advantage of those. Now, what I found really, really difficult about the Priestess is the fact that she actually deals 1 damage to herself at the end of the player's turn. However, she gains 2 armor whenever a card is placed in the card rack. So, in other words, you need to use the card rack a whole bunch with this particular faction, in my opinion. Otherwise, apart from that, you can, of course, customize them however you so desire. So, for me, personally, I actually really like the Bounty Hunter and the Rogue. but I'm thinking that maybe I'd like someone else apart from the witch, even though the witch is actually a favorite of mine. I actually think that the witch is super, super fun with poison and so on and so forth. So you can just basically create any kind of combination you want, as you can see right here. And then you can just go straight on in and you can have a whale of a time. And of course there are a bunch of different difficulties that you're going to be able to unlock eventually as well. So there's a huge amount to do here, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. It has just released onto Steam, and yeah, you can check that out through the link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.